Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Thursday, July 21st, 2016, around 8:08 in the evening in Billerica, Massachusetts. The sun is going down about 20 minutes or so. It was a hot day, about 90, but humidity tolerable in the 50s, dew points in the 50s, but don't get used to it because beginning tomorrow the humidity grazes up and we'll have some chances of thunder showers. The heat sticks around for several more days, but it should be dry Saturday and Sunday for the weekend. But next week the thunder showers pop up again. Some news to report. NBC Sports Group has announced it's going to televise 106 NHL regular season games this year. This is the most regular season games that the NBC Sports Group has ever aired during the contract they had with the NHL. 92 of those games will be on NBCSN, and 14 of those games will be on NBC. And also, the NBA has moved the All-Star game that was supposed to take place in February 2017 in Charlotte at the Time Warner Cable Arena out of Charlotte because of a controversial stuff that's happening in North Carolina. Candidates to get that All-Star game will New Orleans, Brooklyn, and Chicago. And I just watched the new Michael Moore documentary, Where to Invade Next. It's a great movie. He goes to countries that have a lot of good things about them, like 8 weeks paid vacation a year and healthier choices in schools and free education system for college and other good things. Check it out. Buy the DVD or rent it on demand. And also I watched the 30 for 30 special, Doc and Darryl. It was about Doc Dwight Gooden and Darryl Strawberry, two superstar players for the New York Mets in the 1980s who were on the way to Hall of Fame careers, but booze and drugs and having sex with women killed their chances for the Hall of Fame. Both of them spent time in jail, and they met in 2015 at a diner in New York talking about their times together, and just check that out on ESPN On Demand. And that's about it on the news, which was a little longer because I had a little bit of reviews about movies and other stuff. My third and final video blog subject of the night is my personality profile. Tonight's personality profile is about the late, great actress Deb Lee Scott. Deb Lee Scott was an actress. She had about maybe a 15-year career acting in movies. Eventually she left acting to become an agent, and she passed away in 2005. Deborah Lee was born and she grew up in New Jersey, and she started an acting career in the 1970s. She had small roles in movies such as American Graffiti and Earthquake and Dirty Harry. She played like a dead prostitute, and these were minor roles, plus she was in a few TV movies. 70s. One of the first big breakthrough roles for Deb Lee Scott. She appeared on a classic TV sitcom Welcome Back, Kotter for 2 years as Rosalie Hotsy Totsy, who was actually a love interest to Arnold Horshack. Ooh, 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 ooh. She left the show, and then the next big role that Deborah had, she was Kathy May on soap opera parody Mary Hartman for a couple of years. She was pretty good at that role. And one of the most major roles that probably Deb Lee Scott was known for playing Marie Falcone on the classic TV sitcom Angie, which lasted 36 episodes on ABC between 1979 and 1980. It also starred Donna Pescow and Doris Roberts, and that was one of her famous roles. I might have to do a video blog on Angie one of these days. It would be interesting. Anyway, but Deborah Lee Scott also was in a couple of Police Academy movies back in the 1980s. Those were her last roles in acting. And Deborah Lee Scott was also a regular on game shows in the late 1970s and early 1980s. She was a frequent panelist on Match Game. She was also on as a frequent player on the $20,000 Pyramid and Password Plus and Chain Reaction, among others. I think she appeared on Hollywood Squares, and that was about it on the game show she appeared on. I don't know if she appeared. I doubt she appeared on Tattletales because she wasn't married at the time. Deborah Lee Scott ended her acting career in the mid 1980s, but she became an agent for aspiring actors and actresses. She was based out of New York City. She was doing that for a number of years. She eventually got engaged to a guy named Don Dennis Levy, and he was a New York City police officer. Tragically, he passed away on the 9/11 attacks, and Deborah Lee Scott was, she could not get over the shock of it. She lost her fiance, and, it was devastating for her. She developed a drinking problem, and she had that led to her getting cirrhosis. And in early 2005, Deborah Lee Scott moved to Florida with her sister, and in April 2005, she slipped into a coma, but she got out of it, but she didn't know how she got into the hospital. But she said, obviously, I know I'm in a hospital. She got released, and then a few days later, Deborah Lee Scott passed away at her sister's house in her sleep. She was only 52 years old. Her sister and her late fiance's family said that her life was not the same after 9/11, losing her fiance, and that she probably died really of a broken heart, and it was such a tragedy to hear about that. I found that information first by going on TVGameShows.net, the old Steve Beverly website. Deborah Lee Scott was a talented actress, and she was, pretty good. And sad to see, her life tragically end so young. And that's about it on her. And that's about it on these video blogs: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. Tomorrow, 3 more video blogs coming for you. First video blog will be about the top 10 greatest sports athletes in the history of Toronto. Second video blog will be about baseball card collecting. and I used to collect baseball cards. Tell you about that. And the third and final video blog of the night is about WWE Hall of Famer, the late great Gorilla Monsoon. Will you be serious? Highly unlikely. And stick a fork in him. He's done. Tell you about Gorilla Monsoon. And the last personality profile due for the month of July will be Saturday, and will be about Bobby the Brain Heenan, WWE Hall of Fame manager. The personality profiles go on a week's vacation at the end of each and every month. So I could add more subjects, but in August, some big names for the personality profile. I can't tell you right now, because that's stuff we don't talk about on my video blogs, because I can't speculate who's going to be on it. That's what Mean Gene would say when he would plug the WCW hotline, but I don't have a hotline. And good night, and keep calm, everybody. And I'm a Julie Bunny guy. Molly Rose Beloved, WCCO accents, nice legs. Elizabeth had is so stunning. She's the best. Amy Swansea rocks, and she's awesome, and she has nice legs. Julie Gow of Fox 25 is awesome. Julie Donaldson of Comcast Sports Mid-Atlantic is the best. Dawn Mitchell of Fox 9 rocks. And Linda Church is such a coug. And of course, Linda Church has nice legs. And in the word of Dr. Thomas Sharkey, this action will not be tolerated at BMHS. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.